Dear students, in last lecture we have studied meaning of dividend, features of dividend and legal provisions on dividend, legal provisions on sources of dividend and legal provisions for declaration of dividend. Okay? Now let us see legal provisions for payment of dividend. Dividend must be paid. Dividend must be paid in cash and not in kind. Then dividend may be paid by check or warrant or by any electronic mode to the shareholders. Then joint holding of shares. Dividend warrant should be sent to the registered address of the first name joint shareholder as per the register of members, or to such a person at his address as the shareholder or joint shareholders have given to the company in writing. Then time limit within which dividend is to be paid. Company must pay dividend within 30 days from the date of its declaration. Correct? Then dividend is payable only to the registered shareholder of the company. Preference shareholders are entitled to the dividend before it is paid to the equity shareholders as per the terms of issue of the preference shares. Okay? And equity shareholders will get dividend from residual profits. That is, after paying to preference shareholders and arrears of dividend on cumulative preference shares. Then, if shares are held in electronic form, dividend will be paid to the beneficial owner as per the statements furnished by the depository. If shares are held in physical form, if shares are held in physical form, dividend is paid to the shareholders whose names appear in company's register of members. Default in paying dividend in the given time results in first, punishment to every director of the company. Then company will be liable to pay simple interest at the rate of 12% per annum during the period when the default continues. If company fails to comply with any of the requirement of this section, the company and directors shall be liable to pay fine. Correct? Now let us see unpaid and unclaimed dividend. The dividend declared by company but has not been paid. The dividend declared by company but has not been paid by it or claimed by a shareholder within 30 days of its declaration is termed as unpaid and unclaimed dividend. Okay? First, total amount of dividend which remains unpaid or unclaimed should be transferred to unpaid dividend account. Which account? unpaid dividend account open in a scheduled bank by the company. Okay? This transfer should be within 7 days of the end of 30 days within which payment was to be made. In other words, this transfer should happen within 37 days from the declaration of dividend. Understood? Within 90 days of transfer of amount. Within 90 days of transfer of amount in the unpaid dividend account, the company is required to put on its website or any other website as approved by the central government a statement which shows names, last known addresses and unpaid amount payable to each shareholder. Okay? Then any claimant to the unpaid dividend account may apply to the company for the payment of money claimed. Any amount in the unpaid dividend account of a company which remains unpaid or unclaimed for a period of 7 years. For a period of 7 years from the date of such a transfer shall be transferred by the company to Investors Education and Protection Fund, which Investors Education and Protection Fund, IEPF. The claimant of money will have to follow the procedures and submit necessary documents to get claim from IEPF along with a statement in the prescribed form which gives details of such transfers. Okay? Now, what is interest? In financial terms, it is a payment. In financial terms, it is a payment made for using money of another. That is, borrower takes money from the lender. What is? Borrower takes money from the lender. So, interest is the cost of lending money for the borrower and it is the income from lending money for the lender. Now, features. Listen. Interest is the price paid for the productive services rendered by capital. Correct? Then it is directly related to risk. Higher the risk, higher is the interest. Then rate of interest is expressed as annual percentage of principal. Then rate of interest is determined by various factors like money supply, physical policy, volume of borrowings and rate of inflections, etc. Next, interest is a charge against the profit of the company. Even if company makes no profit, interest should be paid. If company makes no profit, interest should be paid, compulsory. And then last, it is payable at a fixed and generally predetermined rates. Correct? Company has to pay interest if it has borrowed money from creditors like debenture holders, depositors, bondholders, etc. Okay? Next, let us see distinguish interim dividend and final dividend. Meaning, you can see on the screen, meaning interim dividend, it is declared and paid between two annual general meetings of an accounting year. Correct? Interim dividend is declared and paid between two annual general meetings of an accounting year. And final dividend, it is declared and paid after the close of the financial year. Correct? Now, who declares? Interim dividend is declared by the board of directors in the board meeting. Understood? And in final dividend, it is decided and recommended by the board of directors and it is declared by the shareholders in the annual general meeting. Correct? Next point is authorization. In interim dividend, it can be declared only if articles of association permits its declaration. And in final dividend, its declaration does not need authorization by articles of association. Correct? When declared? Interim dividend is declared to annual general meeting, between the two annual general meeting of the company. And final dividend, it is declared at the annual general meeting of the company. Correct? Next point, rate of dividend. Rate of interim dividend is lower than final dividend. And in final dividend, it is always higher than interim dividend. Correct? Understood? Then sources. Interim dividend declared out of profits of the current accounting year. Out of profits of the current accounting year. And final dividend, it is declared from different sources like current year's profit, profits free reserves, capital profits, money provided by government for dividend, etc. Okay? Then accounting aspects. In interim dividend, it is declared before preparation of the final accounts of the company. And in final dividend, it is declared only after the accounts of the year are prepared and finalized. Correct? Now, let us see dividend and interest. Meaning, dividend is the return payable to the shareholders of the company. Dividend is the return payable to the shareholders of the company for their investment in the share capital. And interest, it is the return payable to the creditors, correct, of the company, that is debenture holders, deposit holders, for the loan given by them to the company. Understood? Next point is given to whom? Dividend, it is paid to the member that is the owners of the company. Correct? And interest, it is paid to the creditor of the company. Then obligations. In dividend, it is to be paid only when company has made profits. Therefore, no obligation, compulsion to pay dividend. Interest, it is not linked to the profits of the company. Payment of interest is an obligation and it is to be paid by the company compulsorily. Next point is when payable. It is payable when a company earns sufficient profit in a year after fulfilling all obligations. Understood? And interest, it is payable every year irrespective of the profits of the company. Next point is rate. In dividend, it is paid at a fluctuating rate. Dividend is paid at a fluctuating rate to the equity shareholders since it is linked to the profits of the company. And interest, rate of interest is fixed and predetermined at the time of issue of the security. Correct? Understood? See assignment and OBT also. Thank you. OBT also.